I kind of want a tower hitter.
Okay. Tiny for Abed. He's going to feel a lot safer. Yapzor obviously having to use his other counter there for the Observer Ward earlier. We are going to have our first sleep and arrow combination on XtcN, and that is going to be a long one too. Looks like he is very, very dead. They don't manage to give the first blood over to Abed. Out of it, Yapzor. He's going to head to this bottom lane. They know the Earth Spirit is behind. This is why they need the extra hero to be able to make sure they can pop RR in time. They get the silence out. Now he managed to get off the crush as he gets out of the smoke screen. The invis goes down. Bat Rider goes down to the top lane, but they get the dunk. The long toss comes in from Arab. Still up at the top lane though. Nando will be managed to complete the TP.
Doesn't have the mana.
Era. He's trying to deal with Forge Spirits right now because once he can get rid of those, he'll have his Blink Dagger off cooldown. They can make that jump, but KheZu's going to jump first. They grab Abed and will be able to pop him. RR, the rest of XtcN though, are on their way. They managed to get one in. Won't be able to get the deny in the tower.
Should go for this again.
And now, yeah, Era, he sees the opportunity. He's going to try and go for the quick kill. He actually tossed him to KheZu, but KheZu blinked forward as well, and that is not the combination they were looking forward to. They thought they were going to bring Slardar back, but a small mistake, but an opportunity for XtcN.
They got to get out of here.
Oh no, they're not going to be able to get this one. And now the toss in, Koifa going to land straight onto Tims. Tims does his best to stop the progress of Escape, but they're going to be able to get 1 and 2 on the slash up to the high ground, back down from Koifa as Era searches for more. Managed to get the toss onto RR, takes him down. 3 heroes gone from XtcN and a very low Roshan with amplified damage on it. XtcN still need another 10 seconds though, and Era, he may have just found the opening to be able to grab Abed to get the spin over the top as well, and a quick smack to the face. Era takes out the Grand Mega. Don't want to let this go into their hands. The arrow goes out, not going to land. Meanwhile, the initiation comes out once again from Escape. They get a dunk onto the Bane, and they're going to look for more. The counter ward gets laid out. Moonlight Shadow, Nando thought he was in Viz, thought he wasn't being seen as he tried to sneak his way in, actually gets spotted, but still managed to get the leap out. RR bounced back and will be taking a lot of damage from the flame break, but it's not quite enough. Gets himself away. Era actually gets taken out with a double damage, amplified damage, but Nando right in the middle of a sea of Escape Gaming members will fall, and Tims couldn't make the escape either. Pops his ultimate, tries to get what damage he can, but XtcN was defending Roshan. Really worth all this mess. Now they're not going straight to the Roshan pit. They're going to wrap around, go through the Radiant jungle, and see what they clash with. But
this
Escape, they're actually ready for them. This is all about the Blink Daggers. Arcane Rune managed to get the Blink out ahead of Tims. Tims still managed to get a good kick and a silence combination, but they're stopped by the smoke cloud. Now the Omni Slash goes down, and what is done? Avalanche already on the mark. Kimmo's going to be taken out as well. Couldn't get the Fiend's Grip in. Koifa not going to be taken out as the Shalgrave comes out just in time. Sunstrike is on the mark, but Shalgrave is still there to save him. XtcN, another defeat and full out retreat from the Southeast Asians as they're not going to be able to make it away. Nando, the only one to hide himself in the trees, has to take a timeout for 10 seconds while he waits for his TP scroll, but he may not even make it away. Nando managed to get the arrow onto Era, but Era, he survives through all of it, gets the combo, and they wipe XtcN and Escape, I believe, that they don't need to make a full retreat here. In fact, they can actually go back in a second. Oh, Jesus! Era takes the whole 1-2 punch and takes out Kimmo, making this defense now a 4 versus 5 for XtcN. And KheZu, he's looking for a second hero, makes his initiation, but the roll-in is already there. They manage to pop Koifa. Now the pushback on Era as well. They might just be able to take out this Aegis, but not before Era slays this Slardar. In the background, though, Tims is doing what damage he can to the rest of the back line, making sure there is space for XtcN to try and take out Era in round 2. Nando actually ignores that one, blinks forward, and manages to get a double there as he picks up both the Bat Rider as well as the Dazzle, and now they go onto Era with the smoke screen, trying to lead a little bit of space, but it's not quite enough. XtcN have done it with the triple kill on Nando. They hold against Escape Gaming, not losing their racks just yet.
And now they're going to make their move
Shadow
out.
Plus smoke, but Koifa, he's going to be spotted here, and they manage to get the stun, the kick. Oh, a little bit of save there. The arrow comes in, nails Yapzor, but he managed to get off the smoke screen, but it's not enough. Koifa's down. Arrow with the response, though, goes for Kimmo, gets him. Yapzor about to die, but gets off his ultimate just in time, and Era is cleaving through heroes left and right, but it may not be enough. Nando, stuck inside the trees, trying to make his way out, will be able to get the lead, but now he's on the cliff. No, Nando, that's not where you want to be. He gets the arrow out. Abed sitting there in the back, not knowing what he could do to save poor Nando. And just like that, XtcN have given up their high ground advantage. And Escape will be able to find the jump in first, but the Linkens came in. Abed not going to be jumped on, but now the combination comes in. Era as well as the blink, and Koifa managed to get off the Omni Slash, 2 down already. And Escape looking for the cleanup. Tims, he's going to be the target. He managed to get the kick off, but unlikely to get a roll away. Just doesn't have the time in the world to be able to get out. Escape as the amp damage, but this is going to be the fight XtcN desperately need to be able
Weaver
to win.
ready. They can sense this.
Already out. Their smoked pops. And now some of the heroes revealed. XtcN. Tim's going to be the first one jumped on. Slither and Crush comes in. Tims will be able to get off a couple abilities before he falls, but Nando's locked in by the lasso. Plus the Omni Slash. Nando gets the BKB off. Tries to go for the pop on Kezu. Not enough damage.
Now they're just going to start this relentless push. Trying to go for the mega creeps. They know at this point if the Mirana had buyback, she would have used it by now.
Jump in, melee racks with only a little bit of HP left. Tims tries to go for the initiation. They managed to get the Fiend Scrape on Era, but he got the BKB off first, and Kimo pays with his life for being able to get that slight hold on the Tiny, and the rest of XtcN fall. Just like that, ending with Era splitting the Invoker in twain. 41-14 is our end score. Very well played. There's nobody who can really go against that Huskar safe lane. Koifa's Invoker. Don't stick around here. Gets off the Sandstorm. They actually drop the counter word. Will still be able to get the stun, and this is looking to be our first blood. The Burning Spears takes him out. Yapzor is actually the one to pick up the kill off the Ignite. Allowed him to go bottom lane. Now he's
going to throw out 54 mana ignites.
Yeah, 54 mana ignites.
They might even kill Nando.
10.5 seconds. Yeah, they're going to go for it here. They're already slowing him down with the boar. The Ignite is going to do even more work. They even have a stun ready to go. Nando, he's not going to survive through this one. RR is going to try and come in for the stun, but it's not in time. Can't even get the Burrow Strike off every once in a while as a support. And looks like he will be the victim of Kezu's smoke wraparound as Kimo unable to get off the leap in time. They are going to have the Sunstrike over the top, which means Koifa will take the kill. Koifa immediately backs up to jungle and even plays even more defensively, playing near the tier 2 at mid. Tims is going to be jumped on here. The Sunstrike going to be off the mark because Kezu unfortunately couldn't get off the Primal Roar in time to line that one up. They get the kill nonetheless and might just be able to get Nando as well. Trying to make a play, cutting through between the tier 1 and tier 2. Runs into Koifa, managed to get off the stun, but now is blocked in by the Force Spirits. Excellently played by Koifa, trapping Nando.
They're going to pop the Mirana ultimate, but it's going to get spotted out as RR was farming mid. And Escape are just going to sit behind the Sagas and essentially dare XtcN to make a move on Era. So many buffs coming on, the Weave, the Alacrity, the Bloodlust.
And puts Inner Vitality on himself just to make it easier. Kimo is going to be the first target, spotted out there. Gets taken out from a blast from the Ogre combined with the Primal Roar. Those two being down, maybe XtcN will have a moment's respite, but it doesn't look like it. Era is actually rather healthy. The Timbersaw is trying to slow him down as best he can, but it looks like an Inner Vitality will actually outdo the damage of the Chakram. And they're rapidly running out of mana. Tier 3 tower down. This only gets easier for Escape as they now push against the Raxes. They haven't even hit that 15-minute marker. The range Rax already down. Melee Rax coming up next. XtcN still not making the initiation because they just don't see a window. They sell everything for RR, but he will pick up the Blink Dagger, gets the jump on Era, but it doesn't result in anything. He actually turns, jumps onto Nando, might just be able to finish him off with one more swing. Nando can't get away. The Burning Spears are too much for him to handle, and Era, a beast, still has not died. The Shallow Grave saves his life and keeps the Aegis intact.
Here he goes.
Here comes the jump in, epicenter straight on through. The Burrow Strike only landing onto Era. They pop the God Strength. Looking to be able to finish Era off, but he already had the Shallow Grave down, and XtcN forced to retreat. Buying themselves some time. Tims going to work with that Death Ward, and they will be able to take him out. Aegis down, and Era rather deep inside the base. RR thinking about slowing him down with a Burrow Strike. No, actually doesn't go for it, just hoping that Escape will themselves run away, making this job a whole lot easier for XtcN. Double stun, Chakram on the way in, but can't finish up the creeps, and Escape will continue to beat on this melee Rax. It's going to be 2 lanes of Rax down before the 20-minute marker, as it seems XtcN have run out of steam once again.
Yeah, even with the Aegis down, without any of the ultimates available,
once again, Escape are keeping themselves pretty well spread. The epicenter about to go in, blinks in, and they'll be able to make the jump onto Koifa. The follow up there from Abed, but it's just not quite enough damage. RR gets ripped a new one, and so does Abed. He makes a long jump in across into the trees, but he burns away, and Koifa will take the last hit. It all just comes down to Nando with the full god strength, but that is it. A total shutout here in game number 2, as Escape Gaming will be your 16 team here at the International.
Congratulations to Escape. Condolences to XtcN, as I thought they played very well in their previous 2 series, but made a few errors in game 1 that just made it impossible for them to win, and in game 2, just think it was a straight outdraft. They did the best with what they could with their lineup, but at the same time, not a whole lot